The Committee on Labor, Industrial, and Rehabilitative Services, to which was referred Senate Bill 47, an act repealing the payment of subminimum wages to persons with disabilities. Having considered the same, report the same with the recommendation that the bill ought to pass. Representative Tammy A. Simmons for the committee. Representative Lay is recognized to speak in favor of the committee report.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I shall be brief. Over 70 years ago, the federal government and then New Hampshire authorized payment of below minimum wages to disabled individuals, whether working in sheltered workshops or working in the private sector. Much has changed since the 1930s and 1940s. We no longer isolate or hide those with disabilities. Instead, we now promote their full integration into our workplaces and the larger society. Like HB 411, which this House passed on consent, SB 47 abolishes the subminimum wage for those with disabilities in New Hampshire. Let us join together and thereby, I believe, make New Hampshire the first state in the nation to abolish this relic of the past. Let us provide guidance and leadership to our sister states and to the federal government. Let us join together and make history. Please support the ought to pass motion. Thank you.
Chair recognizes the member from Manchester, Representative Infantine, to speak in favor of the committee report.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Thank you for letting us the courtesy of allowing two members of the committee to speak on this bill when normally you would see this on the consent agenda. At times we dwell on what divides us instead of what unites us, and this is a great example of the latter. This bill was probably well-intentioned 70 years ago, and it's now a relic that needs to go. So thank you to those individuals who support the disabled. Thank you for the representatives and senators that brought this to light. And thank you to those businesses that refuse to even acknowledge this and want to pay anyone a sub-minimum wage. And lastly, let us repeal this and recognize that disabled people deserve the same dignity and employment opportunities within the same guidelines as everyone else in the state. And I would respectfully request a resounding voice vote from this body. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
The question is on the adoption of the committee report. Are you ready for the question? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed, nay. And the ayes have it unanimously. Committee report is adopted.